Hey guys, Salvi here, just reminding you to, of course, like, subscribe, and follow, and all that kind of good stuff that YouTube asks if you enjoy what video I'm going to put out for you today. Thank you. Pipkin Pippa, is a part of Phase Connect. Of course, she waited until everything died down in order to make her video or any kind of things about the stuff that's happening in Vshojo and what she thought about Vshojo. Now that Vshojo is no more and the talents are no more, she is not hurting any talents by saying this, and that's why she's allowing herself to say this. This was during a stream of hers where she was asked, you know, what she thought about Vshojo, and it was a sponsored stream for Oshi Push, which is another trading card game that's out there that they are a part of right now, that a lot of their VTubers are a part of, and this is what she has to say about the whole thing.
Like, oh, they are the idealized version of a VTuber. And then with Vshojo, they're dead now, so I can say this. I really didn't like Vshojo for the first few years. I kind of hated Vshojo over something really petty. Anyways! What was the pettiness? Okay, so, I hated... This had nothing to do with...
This is funny. She's like, now that they're gone, I can say this.
The Vshojo talents, okay? It was just the company. The company itself really pissed me off.
I can understand that.
Because they marketed themselves as the first VTuber company in the West. And that was a bold-faced lie.
That was,
and it made me anti them. Not like anti, like I'm writing up angry posts or whatever, but like internally, like it made me mad. And I think I talked about this on stream once. But yeah, it was Sundaria. The first VTuber company in the West was Sundaria. And
yes, it was Sundaria. And, well, they kind of failed after a bit. I think they are defunct now. But yeah, Sundaria was the first VTuber company in the West. It was like 2018, 2019 when they started. So it was a little bit after the big boom, like a little bit before the big boom, and a little bit after, you know, Hololive and others started getting big.
So when they paraded around that motto that they were the first in the West, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, that's a lie. That is a goddamn fucking lie. You are not the first in the West. Other people have walked so you could run. Fuck you. Fuck you for lying. What a petty thing. I loved it. Well, it's like... I don't know. It just felt very...
The background music.
Other people have said this. And I agree with it. But it almost felt like Vshojo was like against the rest of the industry, right? Like, not the talents, but like...
We know that now. We absolutely know that now. That, Gunrun had a huge hate boner for Hololive and Yago. And always, at every step of the way, try to make it so that they were better than Yago, or better than Nijisanji, or better than that, even in private. They always did that. Gunrun had a huge hate boner for Yago, and I don't know why.
The company, like, staff, I guess, whoever the fucking people were in charge of, like, marketing and stuff, it was like, they were constantly, like, throwing shade, it felt like. And I don't know. It felt very... Like, I love VTubers. And I did start to like Vshojo. I started to really like Vshojo after a while, because I'm an impressionable idiot. When Vshojo started doing more of, like basically around the time they got, like, Henya, I was like, oh, you know what? I know my opinion doesn't matter to you guys, but, like, as a VTuber fan, like, I'm like, proud of how far you guys have come and stuff, in terms of, like, reputation, like, everything. And then everything died. Like, I'm happy for you guys. I like the direction that your company is going. And I thought that for a very long time. Ah! Poor Henya. Ah! Whatever.
So yeah, that is the thing with, of course, with this. It is hindsight is 2020, always. And yes, we've also had those type of experiences here. I did drink the Kool-Aid quite a bit. I will say it myself. And now we found out that the upper echelons, I've always had issues with companies in the upper echelons. Like I said, with Nijisanji, Hololive, etc. If there's issues, it's because the upper echelons aren't doing things correctly. And that is where my mind will always be. But I didn't expect the upper echelons of Vshojo to be that bad. But there's just a little bit about how Pippa thought of the whole thing, and she just didn't hold anything back. Matarakan, as you know, is an ex-Vshojo member. She left but she left before the whole Vshojo thing happened, the whole big Vshojo destruction thing happened. And we do have her saying that she's going to be making her own company to prove a point. She's still going to be working with Bricky, because remember, Bricky is doing a lot of things for her when it comes to the things that she's going to be doing merchandise-wise. But let's hear her out a little bit on what she's going to be doing here.
Some of the positive stuff that is going to be coming out of some of this situation. If you all remember, I had previously shown a box of miscellaneous items. So previously, on the previous episode of opening a company, point blank, I have a few things, and I'm currently in the process of opening a company, point blank. This company will be dealing with selling my merchandise at conventions. So right now, with tariffs and shipping, as you may recall in the past, one of my big problems was how long your shipping would take, how many things would get lost. Now, I'm still going to be working with Orchid 8. Don't get me wrong. Orchid 8 is amazing. No, not at all a sister company. Completely separate. Basically, I'm still going to keep selling things through Orchid 8. I think Orchid 8 is amazing and they're very fast with stuff. But there's a lot of things that I think would easily be able to be at a con or things like that. And I might even sometimes be the person vending at the con. I think that could be really, really fun. And it's just, I don't know. I think it would be fun to be like, Matarakan gets a job, real and not clickbait. And it's just me at 15 hours setting up my booth and and destroying my booth. I think it could be fun to have, I could maybe like poach some of my happen. So I'm going to use the word spite, okay? I kind of want to make this happen because a little piece of me wants to prove that I can do this while streaming full time, while having a YouTube channel, while doing, preparing podcasts, while managing everything else, while learning. And I can still find a way myself as a Canadian citizen to open a company in the United States of America and be able to go vend this remaining merch at a convention. A little part of me is just to kind of remind people of like, hey, it could have been done. I was telling you it could have been done. And now I'm going to let you know that it can be done.
So that is the part that I wanted to get to. She's doing this, like she says, she's kind of doing it out of spite. Not the negative type of spite, but to prove a point. It's like, okay, Mr. Vshojo, you said basically you made it nearly impossible for us to get any money through this. You made it nearly impossible for us to the merch thing. You lied to us, maybe also said that it was hard for it to be done, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm going to prove to you as a single VTuber, single woman, going through and doing all this whole thing, a roach mom doing this whole thing, and the queen of the momos going through, making a company, a Canadian woman making a company in the US to put merch out there at conventions. So now the lies that Vshojo was like, oh, it's hard to do it at conventions or whatever, is going to be proven wrong. That's why she wants to do it. Like I said before, she's still working with Bricky, still working with Orchid 8, still working with all that. It's just that she's doing this for the convention thing and to prove a point. And I think her point is going to be proven very well because she's a very intelligent, very strong woman, and she's going to be doing an amazing job at this. I have been seeing a lot of this happen. The RTX off, RTX on. I will give credit to the person who originally put it, which is Last Power 3410. They are the person who originally put it out there. Not the person who's doing the, of course, the cosplay section, but the person who basically is doing the meme. Gotta give credit where credit is due, no matter where they put their stuff. And right here is the Enako cosplay. Congratulations to Captain Marine for reaching 1 million. I'm looking forward to more of the funny and cute Captain adventures. Costume is Arisa from Muppet 1010, is the one who did the costume originally. This is, of course, the cosplayer here. Very, very cute cosplayer. And of course, they look very much like a Marine here. And you have other people here, like Patra, also, saying things like, this was back in 2021, so cute, love it. So this was a while back. This isn't recent. This is 2021, as you can see here. People loved it, and I just want to show you a little bit of a nice moment. As everyone knows by now, it is the worst kept secret in all of VTubing. We all know who KSON was. KSON worked for the Blue Dorito company, Hololive, at some point. She was a certain orange dragon out there, orange-haired dragon, and says right now someone talked to her, did an interview for after the whole, things that were happening. Did an interview with her. I think it was probably even before, but it was after the thing that happened with Hololive. It says, were auditions that led you, what are there auditions that led you to doing activities in an agency? It was auditions, yes. At the time, there were only 2 big agencies. When I sent 10-minute-ish video to both, one responded the next day, one about a week later, and the other also contacted me saying, we'd like to talk. but by then everything had been decided, so I turned them down. Might be unimaginable that there could have been a different timeline. So that means that, of course, Nijisanji also was possibly going to get her, but she ended up going to Hololive. Very good, because Hololive is more free, more open, more, I mean, heck, Hololive allows their talents to criticize them openly on stream. So yeah, they're pretty darn open with a lot of things. And here you go. How was it like in VTuber agency circa 2020? And it says quite free, or more like anything was possible. Now it's really a bit more strict, isn't it? Because yeah, things have gotten more strict because of rules, regulations, other people getting, like lawsuits and copyright strikes and all that kind of stuff. I just downloaded the 3D model application, I was told, and then it was told just do as I like. Actually, it was planned for me to be given a particular character, but various things happened and it ended up having an original one made. So Kiryu Koko wasn't the original one that she was going to have. She was going to have something else. But then it took 6 months to get another one created, and they created that, so she lost the original genmates that she was going to have. It says there was a possible different timeline here too, but in the end, since it was an original character, I was able to put some of my own wishes into it too, so I was kind of lucky in a way. I feel burden of being chosen as the person inside of an already existing model would be quite different from doing it with a model that was made to fit my own personality and way of speaking. Especially since I'm really bad at acting at different personality. I'm really bad at that too. I feel like it would have been stressful. The bigger agency, sometimes less choice you'd have in the matter, right? But in this case, not so much. It seems some people did struggle with acting and creating in detail a character personality similar to the model they were given. For me, I was allowed to mold my model and activities as freely, so I would be enjoyable for me. But there was also others that conversely found learning streaming while acting just as they are is taxing, so it's a complicated issue. Yeah, because some people are more comfortable, like she's saying here, some people are more comfortable acting as a character, some people are more comfortable being themselves, so it's a different thing. But she was told to do what she likes, do what she pleases in Hololive, and just be free. In as much as possible for you to say, what were your reasons for halting VTuber activities at the agency? I cannot go into specifics, but there was a bit of a big trouble that happened, which was the Taiwan incident, for all those who don't know. Hachama, Akai Hato, and Kiryu Koko got in trouble with Taiwan, with the mainland Chinese, basically West Taiwan, I believe it's called. Yeah, I think it's West Taiwan, that I like to call it, because that's what they call it. Taiwan as a country. They didn't like that Taiwan was a country. They didn't like that YouTube had the analytics of Taiwan as a country. Kiryu Koko got hit even harder because she's westernized, and they felt that she did it on purpose because she speaks English and she's very westernized and she's very blah blah blah, so they felt she did it on purpose and they went after her. At the time, if it was a choice between the talent and the business, I didn't want others to be inconvenienced by protecting me. So I felt, if that's the case, what about I leave? I think I had probably been able to contribute a bit to the VTubing world, and I was very grateful to have been given an environment where I could give 150% with the wind behind my sails. It seemed like the right time, and I also made a lot of fun memories. So this destroys the narrative of the people who hate Hololive, who are like, oh, Hololive was a horrible place. They kicked Kiryu Koko out because people thought that she got kicked out. People thought that she got that they allowed her to graduate because they didn't want her there anymore. No, remember I mentioned Yago cried. Yago teared up and cried because he wanted to keep her. He did get close to them as he's gotten close to everybody, and he felt like he had failed her. He felt like he wasn't able to protect a talent under his wing, under the company, and failed them in that way. So she was also told she can come back at any time. She's very welcome. She was the first graduate that was considered an alumni of Hololive, as far as I know. So she could come back even using her Kiryu Koko model to, special events or special guests for something or whatever. She could use that if she wanted to. So for all the people saying, oh, Hololive kicked her out, Hololive is a horrible place, she says here, she was given a lot of freedom. Yes, there are restrictions. There are certain societal restrictions. Less Hololive, more Japanese polite society. She was very boisterous, very loud, very out there, doing some crazy stuff. Asakoko, the plug type Asakoko, the gas type Asakoko, the injection type Asakoko. That is very risky to say those types of things in Japan and act the way that she did, as wild and free as she was. She got some pushback a little bit from Hololive, as is normal in any agency, but it was far, far from a black agency and far from something that was treating her horribly. Of course, they needed to be better at protecting their talent. Eventually, they got to that point, but it took them a bit. And of course, let's take a look at everything. They have a little bit of intro there with the girls from Fantasy. They are girls from Fantasy, which is the generation that she's a part of. You know, celebrating her there. So yeah. So a lot of different songs that she has here. So she's talking about how she's going to have a ton of guests, a ton of things happening. It's all going to be good. First guest she has is, of course, Flare. So they have a little bit of stuff there. They have good coordination, and of course, they always go through the dance lessons. They always go through all this kind of stuff. The choreography is on point. So they have little songs here. I've never heard that song before, by the way. Oh my god! They did the bunny special song that is from that I've tried before and I've done horribly at. The song from, of course, Vocaloid. That Miku song. That one! And of course, they're all bunnies. And I'm just letting you guys know, this is not sped up, by the way. This is the actual speed of the song. I am not speeding this up by any bits, as you can see by the other ones that I showed here. This is the actual speed of the song. But the choreography is really good. Oh my god. Really good. I'm very, very excited about it. Oh, they had something with Suisei too. Amazing. Freaking rabbit hole. What the hell? BBDiba, I believe. Yeah, it's a BBDiba. They did that as well. I think that was BBDiba. Might be something else. You guys are going to correct me down below, of course, as always. A Gundam-based one. Nice. They even have a Marine Gundam in the back. I love that. And of course, I have to be very careful with that song because Sunrise, Bandai. Oh my god, they're horrible. And she is, of course, the original singer of that song. Yes, it is from like an early, I believe it is from an early Gundam. Not like the most recent Gundams, but like maybe 90s Gundam, 90s, early 2000s Gundam. Which, oh my god, it really is like, really seems like a short time ago, but it's a long time ago. So yeah, they had her there. Of course. We have Kumarin! Kumarin in the background and Mikochi. Undead. They actually did a lot of production value. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, they're doing this one. Holy crap. I love this song. I love this song. Oh my god, I love this song. I don't know why. I really love this song. But look at all the people. And of course, that is Okayu there. The blended black hair is Mio. And the one to the left of her, our left, is, of course, Watame. Tsunomaki Watame. So glad that they did all this. And of course, at the end, they're having, you know, other things here of day 2 and all the things that they're doing for their Blu-ray. And of course, other promotions that you have there. Very nice to see that. I know I wanted to make it a lot shorter, but I did want to also show everything that she's doing there. Welcome back, everyone, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is because I want it to be a positive space, a space where we can help VTubing and help VTubers specifically. So, of course, today we are talking about Seraph at CN Bar Songstress V Singer V Artist. They are a bar songstress VTuber. Let's take a look at some of their content here, which is, you know, something recently that they've done, which would be here. Of course, bonding with other things here. Let's take a look. They were doing a tier list, it looks like.
Like, you know, I just do myself, like, you know, like, I don't allow people to just waltz in and be like, hey, can I miss you? You know, your model looks cute and your voice sounds cute. Can we have a chance, ping pong? I like how we're just waiting for Sarah to catch up with all the chat. let Sarah cook. I am done cooking. I caught up with the chat.
So she's like me. She doesn't freaking. It takes forever for me for chat, but you know it's because of the tism for me. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to catch up to chat sometimes when it's going at super speed. Even going slow is super speed for me. So let's talk about their YouTube side here. Seraph Dunsanane. They have a lot of different covers, music videos, things like this, as you can see here. They have original music videos popping it off. Final Fantasy 14, give it your all. Give it all. Vocal duos as well, things like that. That's their main thing that they have there. And of course, thank you so much, Sarah, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.